Hello, guys. Welcome back to the PTI Motorsports Cup Series. Back here again. We are at Bristol tonight for race 5 of the season. These guys are just wrapped up qualifying, and they're just getting set up in the lobby, get themselves in order, and we'll get going to green. We've got 250 laps here tonight. Stages, I believe, are 62 in the first and 59 in the second. And we're looking pretty close on fuel. We have 57 laps, says the tank. So we might see a little bit of strategy coming in here, depending on the green flag runs. If we get them, if we get a caution at any point in there, I'm sure that strategy will be out the window. But looks like the last group just finished qualifying. And so far, what I've seen, we had one ripper of a lap by Bean. He posted a 15 flat, 15.000. His qualifying, he's at least 2.5 tenths quicker than the next I see. Let's check out this one last qualifying session. We'll see who was sitting on the pole. Let's see. They don't beat that 15 straight up flat. No, they cannot. It looks like we will have one fast bean on the pole. He was in this Bristol race last week at in the Xfinity Series, and he was pretty quick. His car went away a little throughout the run. He fixed it up a bit throughout the race, and it was pretty competitive throughout the whole race. Let's see how it goes tonight. So just bear with me for a couple minutes. I'm just sending out some links here to make sure everyone can get in there. So we got a few watchers. If you guys want to throw out a pick tonight, well, I guess you don't quite know who's in the race yet. We'll get you the actual roster for the race tonight in just one moment. In the meantime, though, we're really trying to grow this channel and bring some real good racing action and it would be really appreciated if you guys that are watching either now or once the video is posted, if they could drop a like on the video and subscribe, that would be really appreciated. We're really trying to grow this channel and make it fun for everyone watching and get it going big. Get some good racing going on. Attract some really fast drivers. We already got some really fast drivers, and let's make it as best as we can for all you guys out there watching. So if you guys can drop a like on the video and subscribe, even hit that bell, so whenever we go live, which is usually, at least right now, Friday and Saturday nights at 8 o'clock, you'll always be notified and always be able to watch the racing. So that said, let's get a little bit of give me some names here, see how these guys qualify. Let me just bring up their qualifying. So I already said Bean sitting on the pole, it looks like. We also got Hollywood in here. JRM Gornick. Hollywood's in the 16, JRM in the 7. JRM with a 15.245, not too bad. I think that'll put him second. Let's see this other list here. We got Smoke in here as well. He's back. I know that was, I guess, did he miss last week? I'm not quite sure. Looks like he will be sitting on that inside row in third, the 14 car. We got Tommy and Shady Acres. I'm not quite sure how they'll shake up. Looks like Shady might be starting from the rear tonight. And let's just check this one of their last chunk of qualifiers. We also got Bo Hunter in the 3, Typical in the 18, and AJ Storm making his first appearance of the year. That's a co-owner of this league. AJ in the 6 car making his first appearance of the year. I believe we'll start him 5th. I think he'll end up starting either 4th or 5th, but decent qualifying run for his first event of the year. Good to have him. Good to have him in the car there racing. Good race to come into for the first one of the year is Bristol. Gotta love that. I'm looking forward to this race tonight. Should be pretty action packed, pretty exciting. I think maybe a couple guys might not have qualified. I didn't get the quite full count of who's going to be here tonight, but nevertheless, it should be a good show. Let me see if I can get someone's stream going and see where they're at. How many guys are streaming tonight? I'm not sure. See if we can get at this one here. Looks like he's not live yet there. Could try Bow Hunters. See if he's live. I'm not sure if any of these guys are live. I know if you're streaming. Or it's not. Yeah, there is a few that didn't qualify, so I'm not quite sure. Let's see if I can pull up a number on that. Getting a message about some that didn't qualify. Let me see if I can see this. Looks like, I guess it's Bean Smoke, AJ Typical, Tommy Bo, Hollywood Shady, and a few that didn't qualify. So I think we do have 11 or 12 drivers, so there must have been about 3 or 4 that didn't make the queue. These guys are up streaming that. I'm sure they're can't be much away from the racing right now, but wondering if we got Billy watching right now. Not sure if he joined in right now. Billy, if you're out there, give us a hello. I think he normally would say hello by this point if he was. I'm sure he's going to be watching soon. He's I think he's the 8 car typically. He is off for the week to this weekend. Won last week, so I'm sure he's still celebrating out there, having a good time. But no, I think he's just taking a vacation or something this weekend. I'm not quite sure exactly why he's not here, but nevertheless, he's not here. But he's going to be hopefully here in the chat with you guys watching the action. He did lock himself in the playoffs last week with the win at Atlanta. Pretty dominating win, I must say. And so I guess, things come up in life. It's not always able to race. Not everyone's always able to race, so that's fine. We'll get to watch this one just like we all get to watch this one and see the race from a different aspect. It's interesting in sports when, say, you're injured or something and you have to sit and the sidelines are up in the top with the owners and that from the booth up there, and it just gives you quite a different insight of what you're playing, whether it's hockey, football, or racing. You see different things and it gives you a different view versus what you normally the normal views you have. So maybe Billy can learn some things tonight, pick up some things on some of these other drivers, and use them to his advantage the rest of the season and into the playoffs. Right now, I believe we have 3 of them locked into the playoffs. I know Smoke's locked in, and Billy's locked in, and I think Jared got the win at New Hampshire in pretty dominating fashion. So those 3 right now are locked into the playoffs. See if we can get someone else locked in. I'm not sure if Typical is. Typical won a race, but I'm quite forgotten about that right now. Like I just don't remember. I'll have to get back to you guys on that one. See if we can get Typical to post his stream up in here. All right, let's try to get Typical stream. He might not quite be live yet, so that might not be why he's posted it yet. Whoa. We just got some incoming news. I'm not sure really don't know really what to say about that. We're gonna have to confirm some things before that gets talked about, but we do have a development here. All right, I'm getting some invites, so this guy's going to be ready to go here shortly. Huh. Well, we will see in just a moment of what this starting lineup will actually be. There might be a change. I want to verify this once I get in there and I see who's actually in the lobby. I will update you guys on the situation, but I'm not quite sure. We got a couple people in here. Justin Cago saying some things in the chat. Oh, that's One Fast. Yeah, I'm not sure what went on there with Bean. He's backed out. It looks like Extreme Dirt Racing in the chat too. He's excited to see PTI growth. Thanks, man. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the support. So Bean, I'm not quite sure what went on with Bean. It looks like he might have had to back out of the race for some reason here. I don't know. But it's all right, Bean. Not sure exactly what went on, but the show must go on, I suppose. It's too bad though, man. I'm not sure what went on there, Bean, but it's a tough break, man. I don't know what to say. So it looks like we will have a different pole sitter tonight. I think that'll move Smoke up to the pole. We'll have to see here in just a minute. Just waiting for the joins. Got the invites, just need the joins. See if we are gotten any, just in case yet. Sorry for the blue screen here. I haven't gotten any joins yet. I have got some invites, so. Oh, I'm getting a join in the YouTube chat. Let's just make sure here if we can get someone's stream up to verify that. I want to make sure before I jump in. No one seems to be streaming their stream either for me. That's going to leave me with not so much information as I wanted. Pretty much going to leave me with none. That's not good. We are getting the joins. I do see Shady's up, and they are in the track, so we are good to join here. Let's get in there. They are on the pace laps. They are out there just running some pace laps. We're going to get into the action here. There's a quick rundown of the lobby here, and then we'll send it right in. They are already 4 in. Looks like they have sent it off under green here. We are going to get there in about a lap or two. I think with what developed there, maybe things got a little delayed on the joins, and that's all right. We're going to still have about 242 laps to watch. What I could see right now is looks like a pretty formed up line up in front. I'm just watching off the one stream here. Pretty formed line up there. Don't seem to be much action going on yet. Here we are. We'll get right in there though at the front. Looks like JRM is taking a pretty quick lead here off the start. It's followed by Smoke. We've got 6 car of AJ making an appearance. The first time this year. Let's get on in-car, get him some TV time. Have to bear with me on some of these view switches too throughout the night. Bristol kind of takes over the camera. That's all right. So we got the 2 AJ's the other co-owner along with 14, the Smoke there of the league. So we got the 2 owners there finally battling it out on the track together. It's good to see. It's like typical, going to bring it down underneath. A bit of a charge. I think that's Hollywood behind him. Oh, that's Tommy, sorry. Behind him, we got Bowhunter and that 3 behind him. Looks like JRM is taking off right now. A little squirrely off exit there. Couple falling off the pace, just a touch. Not sure if anything happened, but it's all right. Go through the field. There's some Bowhunter up in that 3 car tonight. Decent line through there. Using that high line a bit. High line's got some speed. The Hollywood back here in the 16. Everything's pretty pathetic there at the front. We'll get our way back there though. We got Reckless in the 42. Reckless and who's this? Dunlap. Falling off a bit. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Why does this car look blue? Oh, switched to, okay. Never mind, yeah. It looks like Reckless and Shady are the ones that are falling off just a touch here. Get it back to the front. So it looks like Smoke did have the pole. Oh, we got some action behind him. 77 is down low. It's going to bring it back up. I'm not sure if that'll bring out a caution. Is anyone else affected by that? Like not. Back to the front. I'm not quite sure what happened. I heard it. Looks like just a 77 was involved, and we'll keep racing. And no game cautions are turned on, so unless two cars get into an accident, there will not be a caution. JRM is checked out. We got a bit of a battle going here between the 14.6 and the 18. Typical. Get some, six car, a little bit into the wall there, and that's going to bring Typical into the wall as well. I got some mixed bag of feelings with the drivers about their car and their race tonight. Some were happy, some were not too happy. Some didn't really know. So, see how it all plays out here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got the laps to go here in just a moment. So we have 42 to go. They should be about, according to the straight up gas mileage, they should be 4 laps short. They did run, I think, 4 pace laps though, so they might be fine on gas for this stage. Looks like they're all going to get a little squirrely there. Looks like there may be some oil on the track. The 3 got a little loose off that exit too. The result of that 77. Looks like the 3 going to drop it down low. Oh, 14 up in the wall. Couple of smacks there, but he's going to continue on. But the 6 is going to bump him, but get the position. See if he can complete the pass. They're both going to take it a bit high. It's going to bring Typical right in there. Looks like the 14 will be able to hang on with that high side run. But that made this a little bit of a tighter pack. JRM is just running away, watching this in the mirror, laughing, having fun, just saying, go at it, boy. He's just cruising. Try to get a peek in the back to see if I could see any other action. Because right now, this looks to be like the best action on the track. Yeah, at least back it up to, let's get on Typical's view so you can see this pack and the back more. Looks like they're all kind of spread out. Oh, 3 up into the wall just a bit. Now, there was a time once when the bottom was the way to go around Bristol, but that time is gone. And the top is pretty fast up there. You can carry a lot of momentum off that high line there into that back stretch and front stretch. Oh, the 6 and the 18 get together just a bit. Oh, the 6 in the wall. The 18 is going to get him again. 14 down low in the apron, and the 18 comes underneath. Will he get them both here? They are side by side coming out of 4. I think 14 was able to still lead that lap. They're going to touch again. This is Bristol. And 18 going to take that spot with authority. Looks like all that action brought in, I'm not quite sure who that was that came in behind him there, but well, that was some really excitement right there. And in the mix of all that, JRM is just gone. He's full straightaway. It looks like pretty much ahead of these guys. Like Typical's able to drive away once he got through those guys. 14's being passed. I'm not sure if that car there is a lap car. If he pitted, he must have pitted maybe, and he's got some fresher tires. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if we can get to who that is. Well, looks like we're missing TNT already. With engine failure once again. I have to talk to that development team. Oh, that's Dunlap moving on up. Yeah, he had a lap down. He's just making a charge here. to see. Oh, he's going to hit the wall just a bit, though. He's going to let that 14 back on his bumper. Oh, something just happened there. I'm not sure if we'll get to see it. Looks like Dunlap or someone really crunched the wall. I didn't see it, but he lost a couple spots there. I heard it. That camera change sometimes misses key little moments. We did see him get loose just a lap before in that same spot and hit the wall. Let's see how that develops. Let's get that back on him here. Looks like he is getting pretty loose until he makes his corner. A little bobble. See that exit there. Back up to what's the gap now? That typical. It must have been maybe. I'm not quite sure what happened there because these guys have smoke. Something must have happened that involved smoke. We Dunlap hit the wall and it caused some issue with smoke there. And backed him up too pretty good. Oh, he's dropping down big time loose. He's gonna hit the wall and just barely misses Dunlap. 14 seems to have a problem. I believe damage is turned off too. I'm not sure if it is, but something going on there. Let's see how he gets through here. He's not doing too bad. We did see him on the apron a little bit earlier though, on exit. Alright, let's try to get back here. You can see that lead that JRM has made up so far on these guys. It is huge. He's got half the track. He's coming up on lap traffic and we're only about 20 laps in. 26 laps in or so. So we're about halfway through this stage. And JRM is just gapped the field. About to catch Shady here in just a moment, it looks like. It's typical in the 6 though, are holding pace back there with themselves. So if the 6 working that low line, typical's going to stay with that high line. Let's just see real quick, make sure JRM gets through this without any issues. And we'll get back in the pack a bit again. So JRM's going to take his time here. There's no rush to get through here. Just make sure he keeps the fenders all together. I believe this is Shady's first race in the Cup Series tonight. He's just going to let JRM go there. That's pretty nice of him. I'm not sure if anything's happened to Shady in this run so far or not. But that's going to put him a lap down. It's unfortunate. And as long as he can stay first car, he'll get the lucky dog here at the stage break. It's like AJ typical, pretty much just keeping the pace. A little brush to the wall there by AJ, but that's all right. Oh, he's gonna hit it good there. A little bounce off that apron. These guys maybe make a few adjustments here once they get to the stage break. You know, tighten up some of these cars, loosen them up, do what you got to do. Maybe make an air pressure adjustment, something. And get these cars dialed in a little bit. It's only the first stage. Good chance to figure it out. So I hope everyone out there is enjoying the race so far. You really want to drop a comment. What do you think so far of the race? So it looks like typical going to drop it down. What do you guys think of these cars so far in the race? Do you think these guys are a little too loose? Just driving too hard? What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts up there. Typical gonna bring it real high out of the 6 right on his bumper. I'm sure AJ's probably itching to get in the booth right away here and win this race down victory lane there. Say, hope you guys enjoyed my absence, but I'm here now. If they're gonna get to Shady here too. Oh, AJ really losing it. Oh no, he's up in the wall big time there. Oh, typical down low too. This could be, is he pitting? These guys are losing it, man. I was lucky enough to practice a couple laps just before the race with Typical and a couple of the boys, and it was a pretty slick racetrack tonight. I somehow got stuck in my slider car for some reason, so I don't know for sure because it was loose, but it did seem pretty slick out there. It got loose pretty quick, and it looks like we're starting to see that with these boys about 30 laps into the run. Let's see if I get the actual lap count right here. We got 10 to go, so yeah, we're 40 laps, 50 laps into the run right now. They're really having to hold on here. Look at them, they are in sequence, swerving off these exits. See if we can get through here a little bit. 77 must have blown an engine. Hey, we got Billy up in the house. Billy, how's it going, man? They're pretty loose out there tonight, my man. I don't know how much you've seen so far, but oh, Hollywood gonna just brush it. That wasn't even that bad. JR, I'm the back Dunlop, gonna get a little loose, bring it up to the wall. The wall really has been helping these guys a lot, stabilize it. He's bringing it into the wall again. Otherwise, these guys would be right off the track. Let's get up there to it's Typical. Shady here, hanging on. Smoke's all by himself here now. I'm not sure exactly what position he's in. Probably fourth or so. There's your leader. He is checked out of this field. Oh, we got someone sitting there on the start-finish line. That looked like Bow Hunter. Not sure what happened there. See if we can get that refired. That's going to put him a lap down, though. But Shady should be able to get by him there. I think. Oh, no. It looks like he's gotten it fired. That may keep Shady the second car lap down. I saw Dunlap dropping into the pits. These guys might have to pit here in the next couple laps. Or they're trying to stretch it. I would figure if they were going to pit, they would have done it 20 laps ago. I'm not sure. Well, Dunlap looks like we got someone else down there, too. See if we can find this out, because we are coming with about 5 to go. It's like AJ has gotten past Typical. Not quite sure what happened there. I know these boys are loose, so anything could happen. This could switch again. We'll get a lap count here. Oh, that looks like it could be it right there. That is it right there. That is the stage for JRM's going to get that. Looks like AJ was able to get by Typical for second. Typical end up third. We'll get a count here in a sec. Look at that with the pitting. Shady brings into the top 5. So we got JRM, Typical, Hollywood. Oh, that's what AJ must have pitted. Yeah, we're showing Bow Hunter, AJ, Dunlap, Reckless are both are 3 laps down, 2 laps down. Reckless actually is 4 laps down. Shady gonna get the lucky dog. We got the 7, 18, with the 16 and the 14 are the only ones on the lead lap at the moment. So, AJ and Dunlap, and especially Reckless, they are going to have to do some work to get themselves back on the lead lap. They are both 2 laps down right now, with Shady getting that lucky dog. That is going to pin them all 2 laps down. And that's going to be tough to get back to if we don't see a caution. They're going to be stuck like that, I'd say, for the rest of the night. Could be a chance that AJ maybe these guys can get up there and pass for the lead, but not with that number 7. He's been just taking off. Typical gonna get a great restart though there. He can take the lead. I'm getting a comment from PTI Motorsports on the chat there saying he's just out here showing why I belong in the Xfinity series. I'm not quite sure who's in charge of the PTI Motorsports chat, but you guys are all doing just fine. It's Bristol, things happen. Major gonna rub the wall, and Smoke gonna smoke the wall and cause a wreck here. That's gonna give Soda a lap back. We got a multi-car pile up here. That is definitely gonna be a caution. Looks like AJ just clipped it, but the 14 really came off that corner and spanked the wall. So I believe that'll give Bo his lap back. I think he was the next one. Could be AJ. We'll have to see it in just a sec. We got 55 remaining now. I think we'll have 52 when we take the green. So that may really is basically eliminate any pit strategy. Like when it comes to having to pit, I think they all could probably make it now. I got 54 shown in the tank. I believe they'll come with 52 to go. We'll see in just a moment. Not sure if these guys are going to pit here or not. I'd say the back of the pack's going to pick for sure. I don't know about these front couple cars. I would imagine they will. Make sure there's no issue on fuel. I don't think there's much to lose. Actually, yeah, there's only 4 cars on the lead lap, so they're definitely going to pit. Are they all coming right now? Typical going to go in, lead them in there, followed by JRM, Hollywood. So a couple cars are going to stay out, take the wave around. That's a smart idea. I have trouble seeing the one car there. That's AJ going to take the wave around. Get one of his laps back. It's a perfect time caution to do that. Enough to make him pit, but enough to stay out and have good tires. I think we can get a better view of what's going on here. We get that 77 parked there for the night. Not sure what happened with him. So typical going to get out the box first, followed by Hollywood. Oh, Jerry, I'm going to sneak in there. So typical will retain the lead after the pit. So I'm not quite sure if I'll get a number here because they do the manual cautions. It doesn't bring up the order on the streams. So we'll have to see. Looks like Hollywood's right there in third. Shady's sitting in fourth right now. Good run for him right now. Not sure what the lap counts are for these guys behind. I'm pretty sure AJ will just be 1 lap down. I'm not sure if he would have got the lucky dog and stayed up. I don't know if he can do that. But here we go. Typical, another great restart. JRM right on his tail there though. The Extreme Bristol is bound to get crazy. I just noticed your comment there. Got that Oscar Mayer Wiener 6 car there on the in the intro there, showing that car off. I believe. Let's get back to that 6 car. We got a battle for the lead here. So we're gonna leave it right here. These two are just giving her side by side. Up turn 4. A good little battle right behind them too for second and third. Like typical, they do a little crossover on him here. Bring it to the bottom. It's pretty side by side through that turn right there. They're coming out pretty equal at the line. Jared does have the point though. I think Typical was running a bit more higher of a line when he was on his own earlier, so we'll see how that bottom works out for him now. Some pretty good action here. It looks like Jerem is just getting away a little bit though. So Typical to hold on though. He is still there. Pretty equal right there. Typical maybe have gained actually just a touch coming out of that. Oh, we got some action back there. Let's see if we can get back to it. Looks like everything's going fine. We'll get back up to the front here. That looks like JRM's just sneaking off just a bit each lap. I'm not even sure if that's a 10th each lap. Maybe every 2-3 laps. Like Hollywood gonna just tap that wall a bit. Want to be getting loose yet. Still got probably about 40 laps to run. And then we'll get to stage 3 is 123 laps. So we'll see some pit stops. We'll see a couple pit stops and if it stays green. And definitely see some different strategies to make it around there. I'm not sure if anyone's crazy enough to try a one-stop strategy. But you never know. Looks like JRM's starting to regain back that lead he had in the first stage. Cool, putting a good effort in on him though. I think we get back here and cycle through a little bit. Some action back here. Two-car gonna bring it in under Shady. That's your two in-car view drivers right there. Door to door. And Shady gonna tap the wall just a touch. Bo's gonna get that spot. Right, these guys might be a lap down though. Bo still should be either 4th and 5th place. I'm pretty sure both these cars are a lap down. I'm not even sure who the 88 is, to be honest with you. Oh, it's done that. I keep forgetting that. I'm used to seeing them in a different number in other leagues. Dunlap pitted, so he probably was a couple laps down too. He might still be 2. Oh, here we go. So Dunlap and Bowhunter are both a lap down. Shady's in 6th right now, as you can see. So yeah, Dunlap and Bowhunter are 1 lap down. If not 2 still. Oh, gonna crank that wall though. Smoke by himself here. Looks like Smoke has gotten away from the 6. At 42, I'm not sure. Yeah, that 42 behind them is also a lap down, if not 2 laps down. It's tough to tell with the times because we've got Shady sitting in 6th, and then Dunlap, Bow, and the rest at least 15 seconds behind him. I think those guys might be just the 1 lap down. I'm not quite sure. The way that first stage ended up, it really cycled the field into a nightmare for a broadcaster in this game, I'll tell you that. But we'll roll with it. Nevertheless, still see the action. So let's set a little bit of a light goal on this video. Let's set a light goal for AJ's debut here, co-owner of the league. Let's set the debut light goal for, say, 25 likes. Let's go 26 likes for the 6th. 26 likes. See if we can get this video to 26 likes. That would be amazing. Welcome him into the league for the first night as he just kisses that wall a bit, but that's pretty commonplace. We won't hold that against him at all. Now, I think the decision of keeping damage off in the series is really showing a wise choice when it comes to this race right here. There would be no right quarter panels left on there. There's another one. Especially, we saw last week's Infinity race and tuned into that. You would have seen the damage done to these walls, and it took all week for the crew here at Bristol to fix the walls and get them ready for this race tonight. A lot of extra hours, a lot of overtime by the boys. So we're going to thank the crew here at Bristol for fixing this track back up and to race ready and race capable ready. Because they hit the walls then, and they're hitting them now. I don't think we got too much action really going on around in the track. Let's see if we get anything. Got Bo a little squirrely. Going up on Dunlap there. Now these two are fighting for position. This, I believe, would be for the lucky dog spot right here. Hey, we just hit 10 viewers. That is awesome. I think I just saw someone spin it. Oh, I could be wrong. No, that wasn't AJ. All right. It's like Bo really moving in on this 88. Try to get that lucky dog. This is an important spot. With the way JRM's running too, he might lap another car. So if Bo wants that lucky dog, he's gonna have to get by this 88 right now and keep it going. That little bit of squirreliness. I think it's just holding him back. He brings it a little too hard there. Gonna scrape the wall, but he holds it pretty nice. like they touched just a little bit there. I think I was looking just away. That's going to get Bo a little squirrely. And a little bit more of a space there between him and Dunlap. But I think it's just a matter of time till Bo gets to Dunlap. He does seem to be a bit quicker than him. Jesse Tobias in the chat. Yeah, it looks like a good race so far. That's been a pretty good race so far. I think as these laps tick down, it's going to get a little more wild, a little crazier with the loose. See if these guys are able to make the right adjustments to fix that up. Because they were pretty loose in that first stage, coming to the later parts of the stage. Hey, it's Sky Pilot. Hello. Okay. What's up, Sky Pilot? I wasn't sure that was you. I'm not quite sure with some of the names. But, good to see you, Pilot. Hey, why don't you make a pick for the right now for the winner? We got JRM in first, followed by Typical. I think Hollywood's in third. Then we got Smoke, AJ, Shady, Dunlap, and Bo is the top 8 that I can see right now. Just be keeping on this battle right here. See if they get this lucky dog. It doesn't look like much else is going. They're going to have to move because they are about to get lapped again. I see that 7 car in the mirror, in the picture. I mean, oh, that was close. That was close. Let's see if we can get around here. See if there's anything else here that we're not missing. Looks like Shady going to get lapped here. That's going to put him as the lucky dog. And that's going to put keep Dunlap and Bo from being able to get that spot. They're going to have to come in up here and pass him if they want to keep that lucky dog. Dunlap does. We got Sky Pilot's going with Typical for the win. Billy, I'll get you an update and 1 second on the lap count. Just give me 1 second here. We got 16 laps remaining, Billy. So I think they had the caution laps and that they should be able to make a fuel. They all pitted, so they definitely should be able to make enough fuel. Looks like JRM got by Shady. There's Typical in the distance. JRM has been able to just drive away from these guys. AJ rounding out the top 5. It's Typical. Like Typical getting a little loose too. Doesn't seem as bad as that first stage. Looks like these guys have worked on the cars. Typical still getting pretty crazy loose there. He's gonna make the pass underneath Shady. Keep it going. Let's get back to that battle with Bo and Dunn. Oh, Bo's gonna get sideways. Oh no! And Bo is gonna go around single car though. That is not gonna be good. That is gonna keep him. There's gonna be no caution for that, I believe. He just got lapped. He saw the leaders go by. Oh, man. That's too bad right there. Let's see if we can get to Dunlap. I'll see if he can catch Shady for that lucky dog. That'll put Bo back to 2 laps down now. I think Shady's still a ways up there. Oh, about 4. Oh, Dunlap's got about 10 seconds to make up on Shady. If he wants that lucky dog, we got 10 to go, so he's going to have to make a second a lap here if he wants that lucky dog. I don't think he's going to be able to get there. Bo is 2 laps down, looks like. Still in 8th place, but that's going to put him 2 laps down. Looks like we had another little incident between Bo and Hollywood down there. What is that going to do to Hollywood? Let's see if he cycles through on the numbers here. Oh, Hollywood's all over. Let's get to Hollywood here for a sec. Where's he at? Was that Hollywood that I saw with Bo, or am I mistaken on that? Oh, Hollywood did lose a spot. He is losing time definitely right now. I think Bo and Hollywood, something must have happened between them. It looks like that's it. Am I wrong on what I'm seeing here on this stream for laps? Well, nevertheless. Looks like we got JRM, typical. Not sure who was third. We got Hollywood, Smoke, Shady, Dunlap. Oh, AJ must have squeaked in there for third. Yeah, there he is, yeah. Just trying to look on the one stream here. Maybe 10 laps just goes by that quick. They're all coming down to the pits. Is that actually... Oh, that was a caution. Sorry, that was a caution right there, that caused... Yeah, there was 2 cars, I suppose. They're under caution. We're going to have probably 4 to go. So these guys are going to stay out, looks like, try to get a lap back here, which is wise with only 4 to go. I wonder why they were done so quick. So we're going to get a quick little shootout here for this stage. That's interesting. Looks like Dunlap's going to stay out there, get his lap back. That should bring him back to the lead lap. Reckless going to get a lap back. We'll see how they stack up here once we get going. Let's get on the leader here for this restart. Have to just give it a sec for these times on the game here to cycle through. See where everyone's at. That really threw a wrench in some things. Let's get back in a couple cars here so we can see the action more. Typical did have some good restart speed. He's going to brush the wall of hair, though. That's going to allow AJ to bring it in underneath. Alder right there. I believe that is... That's Smoke right, yeah, that's Smoke right there in 5th. Yeah, that's your top 5 right there. A lot of cars in this mix. So Dunlap right now is showing the tail end of the lead lap, I think. And I think that's it already right there. Yeah, that'll be your finishing order, what you see on the screen right there. That'll get these guys a lap back again here. So let's see how many cars. I'd love that. That was great. And have that caution there. Not that it was great for those guys, but it's great to see that caution and get these guys back. So we're up to Shady's going to get the lucky dog. He's going to leave Reckless and Bowhunter, though, 2 laps down still. But your top 5 there was JRM, followed by Typical, AJ, Hollywood, and Smoke. And Dunlap in 6th, Shady in 7th, Bo in 8th, and Reckless in 9th, and Tommy with that DNF. Sitting in 10th right now. Not sure they're going to bring that back. He's 103 down right now, so I'm not sure they're going to get that car back on the track. But about 4 or 5 seconds here, we're going to get some green flag action. Bring in this 3rd stage, and we got 123 laps in here, so we're going to see a couple green flag pit stops if we don't see any cautions. So this should be pretty interesting. You know, the stages aren't going to save you now. It's a pretty clean restart. A little separation, but not bad. AJ out in front right now. See him here in his first race back leading the laps. Let's get back to him if we can. How do we get? There we go. See him up in the front. Leader tonight. I think that's only our 3rd lead change of the night. Let's see how he can hold up to these boys now that he's got that clean air. He's putting a little bit of distance on him. I could change any given corner. Ooh, Hollywood gonna kiss that wall a little bit. I was just thinking, I felt like Typical was really having a good high line, and then he went low there, stayed behind. I'd like to see him on that high line. So get a line from these guys. I'm gonna stay up there again. Let's get into this guy so then we can see a little farther back when it switches camera. Looks like Reckless and Shady are in the back there, but we'll be able to work together, hopefully. Everyone else seemed to be keeping up. I think everyone up to, yeah, all these guys here on the lead lap. Shady's the last one on the lead lap right now. He's still in 7th place. These guys are getting squirrely off it too, that's for sure, and 4. Oh, Typical gonna just kiss the wall a bit there. Gonna slow him down just a touch, allow this other pack maybe up there. I wonder if AJ's been holding back this race, just getting comfortable in the car, being back for the first race. He's out there leading laps right now. It's like that 7 car. It's pretty quick though. Typical right there with him. There's a question for you guys out there. What do you prefer? You prefer the bottom or the top? You're at Bristol. You like that low line or that high line? I've been working a bit with the high line lately. This field has good speed, but the low line works too. But what are you guys' thoughts out there? Let me know in the chat. Looks like Typical and 7 are going to get by the 6 car. Put up a good fight there, though. We got 111 laps at the moment to go. So I would say pit stops will be coming in about 40 laps or so. No, about 30 from now. I'd say they're probably going to want to split it around 40 and 40. Or maybe 45. And not to run on old tires for too long. Oh, we may see someone try to stretch it, make it a one-stop race. I never know with the caution what it might do. We just have to let it unfold. I gotta love Bristol. I'm just, even though it's a little 20 lapper that I ran today, it's you know, I kind of want to be out there too, but I got a truck race at Bristol on Sunday, so I'll just wait till then. But it looks fun. It looks fun being out there at Bristol. Bristol's a tough track. It's small, a lot of banging in that, but it's fun, and it is a fun track. Looks like we got some good racing going here in that second pack. Maybe click it back to there. See what these guys are doing. Typical and AJ though are battling pretty good. We get a good view on that for these guys, so we can keep an eye on all of them a little more close. Hollywood having a good showing tonight. Looks like AJ is going to get that spot back under Typical. But Hollywood looking good. Smoke let's get by him. I'm sure Dunlap back up in the mix. Do something, Bowhunter and Reckless just showing 1 lap down. I thought they would have been 2, but looks like they're just showing 1 lap. Maybe they stayed out on that lap. Yeah, they must have stayed out. Oh no, Smoke it real loose, and he's around. Oh no, can we get the Smoke here quick? Oh, he is around. That is going to really hurt him. Oh, he just lost an engine right there, I think. Oh my. I think he just blew his car up right there on that turn. I'm not sure what happened there. Huh. I don't know, but that's another DNF. That's 2 tonight. This track is grueling on these cars. And looks like it's got another victim. We're down to 9. Still got some racing though here. It looks like Dunlap going to kiss that wall a bit. Man. Crazy things that develop when it comes to Bristol. So Dunlap is right on Hollywood. Looks like Typical is right on AJ as well. They're both getting loose though. Like it ain't taking more than 15 laps to really start showing the wear. The Jerem's looking good, but he comes in low, brings it up high. You can see the car wiggle a bit. Like, I'd say it's loose. He's just managing it a little better loose. But these guys have, you know, Seven Car hasn't gotten away from these two like he has in the other stages so far. I don't know if he's just saving a bit, or these guys have improved their cars enough to really hang with him now. Did we miss something behind? Looks like Dunlap got by Hollywood. Quite the distance there, so that might have been a bit of a contact between those guys that allowed for that. So it's going to bring it low. Typical should have a great round here off exit. He's going to tuck it back in though. Not a ton of racing going on. Oh, typical though. Gonna get by. Looks like AJ either got loose or maybe there was a tiny bit of contact there, but I think the 6 just got loose. Typical though, gonna put some distance. We'll get a lap counter here in just a moment. Looks like we're down to 92. So I would say pit stops should be coming anywhere in about the next 12 to 18 laps, I'm going to guess. Looks like they are wanting it, because these guys, they're still getting pretty loose. Crew chiefs must be working hard tonight. So again, everyone out there, we are really trying to grow this show here, PTI Motorsports, and we really appreciate a subscribe and a like on the video. These guys are putting on a good race. You know, I'm really enjoying it up here in the booth calling these races. I'd love to be down there on the track with them, but it's a lot safer up here in the booth. A lot less stress. You know, I'm never spinning out off every corner like these guys. With a nice cold beverage in my hand. It's a great league here. You know, it's pretty new. We got the Cup and the Xfinity going so far. We're gonna have trucks soon, I think. That's gonna have dirt racing. I'm not getting a little loose. Looks like he's dirting it. Like a little bit of Bristol dirt here tonight, actually, with some of the action we're seeing, just like that right there. Yeah, subscribe and it'd be greatly appreciated if you could, and drop a like on the video. We can keep bringing you good racing like this, and even better. Typical gonna really get off that corner though and hit the wall. That's gonna allow AJ right back there to him. Yeah, it's gonna be a great league. This league it already is, and it's just gonna keep getting better. So yeah, we'd love your support with a subscribe and a like, please, guys. Thanks. If you want to tune in tomorrow night too, we got the Xfinity series. I believe they're at Charlotte tomorrow night. Should have a good field for that. A lot of these guys are trying to work their way through Xfinity up into this Cup series here. So you know they're going to be digging hard. They're going to be driving like crazy. You know, trying to earn a spot up here with the big boys. So if you like, tune into that. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I'll be your host again. Oh, by the way, I'll be your host in the town tonight. I forgot to mention that. I'm in the town 11. And I'll be your host again tomorrow night at Charlotte, the Xfinity Series. So hope to see you guys there. And again, thanks for the support with all the likes and the subs, guys. Channel's growing pretty quick. Our goal tonight was for AJ to get 26 likes on the video throughout the week, and that, if it's not tonight. So in honor of that 6 coming back. I know it's not just the 6 like goal. That's a little low. We're going to try for 26. Get on AJ here. Oh, Bowhunter down into the pits. We're getting some pit action started here now. Let's get on that 6 guy a little quick, though. We're going to get 26 likes for this 6 guy. You know, making his debut this week. He's the co-owner of the league. These guys have been working really hard to get this going. And it'd be great to show some support for these guys and for AJ making his debut. Looks like Typical going to duck it down. Oh, no, he just ducked it down on his, by mistake, I think, there. Yeah, he's going to continue it on. Oh, man, he just lost some time there. Maybe he meant to go pit, and he's going too quick or something. I'm not sure. We're going to keep it on the track. Oh, into the wall again. It's like those tires are up, but somehow the yellow's Goodyear's still written on those tires because they must be embedded in there. The rubber of the yellow must go all the way through. He's spanking the wall right now. He's getting really loose. Oh. Probably within the next few laps, he should be getting to go to the pits. I'm sure Typical can't wait to get a new set of fresh ones on there. Looks like Shady down in the wall. He's going to get in, and Typical. Oh, no. Oh, no. These guys are driving on an ice rink right now. Looks like. That's too bad there. Looks like it didn't really affect Typical too much, though. It affected Shady a little bit more than Typical on the track and in the mine. But they're all settled back. Good to go. It's all good, Shady. Everyone's getting loose as anything right now, so everyone's going to have to be on guard for anything that could happen at this point in the run. They are probably down to cords. Jerem's not getting quite that lead that he was. I'm not sure if he's just saving the car a bit, doesn't need that big a lead, or like I said before, if these guys have worked on the car and got it better. Typicals isn't looking too good right now, but this car's looking pretty stable. We're going to get Bowhunter here on Typical. Let's get to this and see how this pans out. Bowhunter coming quick and bring it up top. Looks like the 6 is bringing it into pit road. So we should be in a second. Oh, Bowhunter's going to get loose as heck into the wall. Going to collect the 18. Looks like Typical signal in the pit, I believe there. I could be wrong. It's tough to tell with the pit signals on this track. Oh, gets loose if that was a pit signal. You never know. Looks like they're going to both keep it out on the track. I think Typical's got to get that thing in. There goes Reckless into the pits. I think he's got to get some tires on that car. Maybe make some kind of adjustment and tighten her up a bit for those longer runs. There's some more contact in the wall, I think, by Bo. He's going to bring it in under Typical, I think, here. Looks like he's going to back it off. Oh, they both scraped the wall. So I'll tell you, a couple people don't, the guys that have pitted so far, they definitely don't want to see a caution right now because I believe that'll put those guys 2 laps down. But the length of pit stops, they're going to have to make a full green pit stop here. 4 tires and full fuel. Because they're still going to have to make another one. Looks like Typical is going to bring it in now. It's that thing mowed down to 35, I believe, is the pit road speed here. That is tough to get it down there. Loose cars, trying to get down the flat part. Bristol here can be pretty tricky. Get down that load up. Here comes your leader. There's Bo. The Reckless coming around. AJ. Got Hollywood right there. Here comes Shady. Pick up Bo here. Now, I don't believe the leader is pitting yet. There goes Typical coming out of the box. We're going to clip that wall. It's Hollywood. There comes Typical right there. Let's get to the leader here. There's Dunlap in. Looks like, it looks like JRM did just bring it in. Got smoke in the pits now. Here comes your leader. Now, I can't really tell how this set goes out. Shady's still out there, showing in third right now. I'm not sure who's in front of him when it comes to actual position. Looks like Shady going to drop it down, bring it into the pits. Oh, Shady just, I think, went to the wrong pit lane. Oh, no, he's going to have to bring it around. Or he missed it. I think he went to the wrong side. He did. He's going to have to bring it back on the track, bring it around. There he is going. Oh, no, that's JRM coming out. That is unfortunate for Shady right there, my man. That could happen with the way this game has pit road under green, where you still only have to go into the one side. Like in the real racing, everyone goes into one spot. Second round under cautions, you go in your specific side. Oh, looks like Bo just got loose. Is anything down there? Oh, maybe not. I thought I saw him going. Now, there's the leader right there. I don't think... I'm not sure who stayed out. I think everyone's got to have pitted by now. How's that putting AJ that far back? Did he speed on pit road or something? Shady, if for some way you can hear me, if you could show me the running order. He's in fifth right now, coming out of the pits. Not really sure what the order is right now. It's typical in JRM. Not sure if that's putting Typical's in second there. He stayed out quite a bit longer, I think. Love to see it. Should put him at second. He was in third or second, but he did lose some time there with that loose car before pits, and with some of that action with Bo and just getting loose. You have 57 laps remaining in the race, and that is the tank right there. So actually, at this mark right now, no, they're getting maybe only 56. Okay, here we got Typical in third, Hollywood in fourth, Shady in fifth, then Reckless and Bo. I believe that leaves Jerem in first, and the 6 car of AJ in second, and Typical in third. That's right, Smoke had an engine issue and had to bring her behind the wall. So right now, though, this is... If the 6 is in second, that must have ended up where Typical ended up a lap down here. Yeah, it must be. It's tough to tell. It's showing him 2 laps ahead of Shady, but I'm not sure how many laps Shady's down. Maybe Shady's down 3, so it's showing him 2, and then showing Typical 1 lap back. But still in that top 3. Just things are pretty much cycled really wonky through that pit stop, and with some of the conditions with the loose track and the loose cars. So we might as well go through the field a bit and check some of these drivers out. I think we got about 50 to go at the stripe right there. Well, that high line, you know, saying hello to the wall once again. Hollywood's been running a pretty solid race. I haven't really seen too much loose action or in the wall action with Hollywood. He is maintaining fourth pretty much all night. But I believe he is at least a lap down, if not 2. The Typical being 1, he might be 2 laps down. But still maintaining fourth. Shady with a great shot. Let's get on some Shady here. Oh, it's Dunlap. I think Dunlap has also been DNF'd for the night. Maybe another engine, man. This place is beating on these cars. So they not even be engines. They might just be breaking the suspension that they're bouncing the wall so hard. The engines are probably fine. You know, they're hitting the wall so much, they're not even getting them revved up. But good shout out to Shady here, maintaining. You know, he's a couple laps down, but hey, man, it doesn't matter. He's still top 5. First race in the Cup Series, I think. You know, not bad at all, but man. Not bad at all. So now I'm thinking that there are only 7 cars maybe left on the track now, with all these failures happening. There's the 14 out. I'm still leading. See if we can see here on pit road. No, we can't. Love to see how close these guys are. I have a feeling the 6 and the 18 are both a lap down, though, right now. Because they were definitely not that close before. And AJ probably with the better tires was gaining he pitted I guess maybe he didn't pit. Not sure if I'm ever going to get to see. Shady has to pick up 2 laps in order to move a spot and see the next position. Or go to the, I guess if he went to the run screen, I'd see into the leader. But I'm just going to assume that Jeremy, he is definitely the leader, and I'm assuming the 6 and the 18 are a lap down right now. So let's just go with that. Not much side-by-side anywhere on the track. We'll just keep rolling through this field, getting you different views, meet some of these new drivers. Oh, someone's on pit road. Oh, there goes Bo into his pits. That is going to, Bo's already showing at least 4 laps down, so that's going to put him probably to at least 6 laps down with his pit stop. That TNT car there, I believe, yeah, that TNT was still the pits. I know that was Bo's last time. Yeah, is that what that was? Yeah, let's get a little look from here. As these guys come to the line, see how these guys are getting off turn 4. Jeremy, a nice, pretty nice, little kiss to the wall. Oh, the 6 is up big time, gonna just miss typical. Oh, that is gonna really hurt the 6. Oh, man. Oh, and the 6, oh, he must be ghosted. I thought he was gonna run him over right there. See how much time that's going to hurt, because they are already back around. That's how quick they roll these laps. Let's see the difference as they come back around here real quick. Here comes the 6 into the pits. And that's going to put him 2, 3, probably 4 laps down after this. Let's get through back on the track here and see... Oh, geez, if these cars being, I get this great camera angle here. Just watch them off turn 4. Might just leave this here for a second because there's really nothing else going on. I'm going to see how these cars are all exiting off of 4. See who's really getting loose, who's stable. See, Hollywood looks pretty solid. Little brush. Some shady. The leader. Oh, a little squirrely off there. The leader's looking really good off that exit, though. Typical, not too bad right there. Reckless, a little touch to the wall. Man, this really shows how quick these laps are. Because, oh no! Bo gonna send it down. Oh, that's something typical. Looks like he lost his spot. He's brushed the wall a couple times there. Let's get on typical and see a couple laps with him. Try to get that camera view back in a little bit. Get a lap count here too. We got to be getting close to about 30, maybe 20. 33 to go. Typical's getting a little touch of that wall, it seems, on every lap. Seems a bunch of them are, but... see if we can make a clean one here. Not bad, not bad. Maybe a little spark there. A little brushy. It looks like they're getting a little loose off, trying to stay off the wall, which is getting them loose and driving them back up into the wall, like middle or late of the backstretch. So they're going up to it. Oh, that was a lot better there. So you can see with Reckless there, look like they're trying to really stay off that wall, so they're steering down a bit too much and then overcorrecting coming back up. Because it's over-rotating on them a bit. That's just what I'm thinking. That looked pretty smooth. Let's get a little more look from here. This ain't bad from this. These guys out of DNF that's showing me this camera view because they're in the pits right next to us to our right. We'll go get a little squirrely there. I'm honestly thinking this might be the best way to show the race. I really don't know where anyone is. Looks like Shady's only 2 seconds. Oh, he's losing some time though because AJ's got the fresh tires, but he's on the same lap now as AJ because of that pit stop that he had to make. AJ did. Typical getting loose in that exact spot every time it seems coming off of 4. Car looks like it's going to come off like an arrow and then just breaks free just a bit, brings him up near that wall. Let's see if we can see that again on this next one. Here he comes. Well, he's going to go a little higher this time on exit. And that looked like a better lane for him to exit on. See where JRM's bringing it out. Yeah, he's bringing it out where typical is, but he's not getting quite as loose. Well, a little bit there, but... Oh, Jerry, I'm going to bring it into the wall a little tiny bit. Put his mark on there, like everyone else. It's crazy the action I've been seeing off this turn 4, too. All right, one more look at Typical's exit here. Oh, he's getting it low this time. All right, let's go through this field a little bit. See what we can see. I'm standing pretty equal between these cars here. Getting up close to that 88. Some more shady acres. A whole lot going on out there in the track. We got a little bit of a tight race in there. Been on this leader for a little bit. Let's watch a little in-car, a little view of the 7. See how he's making a few laps. Get you a lap count here, two in a second here, guys. And girls. Looks like we got 18 coming down to go. We're going to get another pit stop here, I believe. But maybe they were able to stretch it. I don't know how they would have. Typical stayed out pretty long. Like, he might be able to stretch it. I'm not sure if they're getting a full lap per lap. What the tank says, if they're able to save a bit on the lap. Well, it depends on their gears. We'll have to see. JRM's making some pretty smooth laps. Definitely not kicking out the car like everyone else. You can see why he's up here in the front all by himself. I think he's on his own lap up here in the front too. He put on a pretty dominant performance too at New Hampshire in the 7 car. He drove away from that field as well. That's too bad Billy wasn't able to be in this race. I'm sure he'd love to be in the race, but I'm sure he's loving where he is right now. I think he's away for the weekend. I hope it is not because he's at work or something. Or anything else like that. I hope he's just lounging with a beer, watching the race. And I can't wait to see him back on the track next week. Not quite sure where they're at next week. Check the schedule. Let's see if I can check the schedule. Let me change this camera back to the normal view here. Try to flip around a bit while I search for this schedule. Let me get an update maybe quick on the next races. Looks like we're getting an update on that TNT car here quick. Looking like he brought the qualifying car to the track. And instead of the race trim car, and he was not able to keep it on the track due to those conditions. So he politely exited the race as to not cause any issues with these guys, which is pretty respectable. I'd love to see him out on the track here, you know, but I guess things happen. You know, sometimes things mess up. You bring the wrong car. What can you do? Looks like, oh, we're going to Martinsville next week? Oh, my. That is awesome. I am excited for that. Looks like we are getting spammed in the chat by some goofiness. I'm not going to say who it is, and everyone don't support them. But we'd love your support here in this chat and this channel. We're really trying to grow this PTI Motorsports channel. We'd love if you guys can hit that subscribe button and drop a like. Even leave a comment on the video. Tell us what you thought of the race. You know, it's been pretty entertaining. Been pretty much green the entire time. You know, we got some pretty good separation between everyone now. But, you know, long green flag runs at Bristol, this can happen. Especially with a couple bangs here and there, a couple spins with no cautions, which really got these guys separated. But we're keeping it going. We're enjoying it. Coming down to about probably 10 to go. Let's see if we can get a little bit of an order for you here. We got... Looking like JRM and Typical are in the top two, followed by Hollywood, AJ, Shady, Reckless, and Bowhunter. I believe is the last car that's on the track right now. I believe the other cars are all in the garage. And that's what's bringing us this beautiful camera angle right here, which we typically don't get for extended periods of time. But I don't mind it. The Typical get under that 60, gonna go nuts. Oh no! See if we get, there it is. Oh man, the 60 just got super loose there. And he is parked up against the wall. I don't think that's going to bring a caution either. Looks like he's going to get it going. Oh, has that brought out a caution? That's the race. It's over. Jeez. I'm sorry that I missed that. These laps are rolling quick. There's your leader right there. He just went by. Let's get on him. There's your leader. That's your winner right there. I didn't realize that was the end. Man, the laps are rolling off. Well, there's your winner. It's JRM, and then Typical was second place. Guess I just lost track of the laps there. Like, geez, I said 18. That was only a couple minutes ago. But nevertheless, there you go. Number 7 gets another win here. One of the short tracks. He also has the fastest lap of the race. The 15.112. Looks like AJ had a nice lap. Got second and Typical in third. Let's try to get these three, get these top 3 up into the booth here. I'll just send a message out to these boys. Make sure I'm in the right one. Actually, here, I'll send it to there. Let me go to there. Let me go to this PlayStation app here. Make sure these guys can see it. I hope they don't leave before they get the chance. They should know to come up in here. See if we get these boys up here. Top E, I put. Top E to booth. Let's try to get the top 3 to the booth. At the top E. Looks like they have already all exited the lobby. I'm hoping they're still in the party, and we can get a word with at least a couple of them. I believe that would have finished. I know it was JRM in the 7 and Typical in the 18th of the top 2. I think Hollywood, yeah, Hollywood looking like he was the 3rd place. Let's try to get these guys up here. Where's Hollywood? We got one of them in here. Oh, we got Typical. I'll just give them a minute to make sure they get their, headset's usually about a 10-second delay when people join a party of mine. So we'll just give them a chance to get in here, get the mics on, the headset on, and we'll get a word with these guys in just a moment. Great race, though, tonight.
Mid race.
There's Typical. I'm sure you got your voice on share. Hollywood, I'm sure you do too. I think you were up in the booth recently.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
All right. Um, do you know if JRM's gonna make it up here?
Yeah, he's
He
coming.
has to be invited to the thing.
Does he really? All right.
Yeah.
I should be able to add him here. Just give me one sec. I thought. Oh no, you know what? That was the other booth that he was in, and that one got that one's gone. And of course, he's probably showing offline. Is it? It's just JRM is the first letter, right? J. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh, there he is. All right. Well, he makes his way up here. We'll start with you, Hollywood. I believe you were third, right? All right. Well, tell us about your race. How'd it go? It looked like it was a really slick track out tonight, but it looked like you had a pretty decent car, though. You were able to not quite be showing the slickness as some of the others. How'd it go?
Yeah, I think I probably set up my car a little too tight. I didn't really have the speed everybody else did around the middle part of the runs. But I did know that if you could stretch the fuel out, you were going to be in a good position. So I kind of just set up my car to run 60, 65 laps and try to stay out of, you know, try to stay out of the everybody's. I don't know. There was a couple cars that spun. That spun. I was just trying to stay out of everybody and kind of just run a clean race. A couple guys came up on me and I just kind of let them go. It was more of racing the track than racing the other guys tonight. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was a good race.
yeah, it looked pretty solid there. It was definitely not so much. There was a few spins, but there was a lot of cars that seemed getting loose, and just not that you had to dodge wrecks so much, but you did have to keep a head on your shoulders. Everybody did to just to get out of the way of some of the loose cars, or know when to back off, not get into them when they were loose. Looks like you managed that pretty good. I don't think I really seen you involved in anything.
Nah, I got loose. I think one time off the four in the first stage and gave up a spot. But other than that, I mean, my car was pretty solid. It was just I just didn't have the speed of the 7 or the 18. But it was a good race still. I had a good time. Bristol's always fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it was entertaining to watch, especially at certain times. There was all kinds of crazy things going on. But you managed your way. You were stayed up in that top four scene pretty much the entire time. Uh, how were like was it just the tire wear that was getting these cars loose? You think, or what exactly was it? Was it the track?
It's just Bristol.
It's
Yeah,
the track. Sometimes it's the settings with the lobbies, and I mean that's just how the track runs, anyways.
yeah,
I
yeah.
made a point to really set up my car pretty tight, so I was good. I had good speed on fresh tires, and I had good speed, like with 15 to go on each fuel run. But between between those laps, the middle part of the run, I was pretty slow.
Mm. Well, nevertheless, it was a stable enough car that you avoided a lot of things. You didn't really have any issues yourself, and you managed to bring home a top three. So congratulations to you on that.
Yeah, thank you. Good race, boys.
You're welcome.
Good
Like you
race.
said, typical J man.
All right, that brings us to our second place finisher, typical man. How'd it go out there, man? Give us a quick rundown of what you were seeing out of the windshield.
Well, the first stage and second stage, my car felt really good, and the third stage came along and it was loose as hell, man. I don't know what happened or why it got so loose. It wasn't like that in the first and second stage, and it kind of just took me by surprise, and I wasn't expecting it.
No way. Yeah,
Uh,
definitely saw you paint the wall a bit, paint it yellow.
yeah, that's just me getting loose and trying to correct it, and the wall's
Yeah,
just there.
yeah, yeah. Like it was tough to tell exactly where you guys were. Like I could tell the positions you guys were, but after the pit stop there in the third stage, I really couldn't tell where you guys were. Were you on the lead lap at the end there?
Oh yeah, I came out. He ran an extra 2 laps, so I knew I wasn't gonna run him down, and I was already short on fuel by 6 laps, so I had to save that
Oh, okay.
just to finish top three.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. And,
I sent you a link to the stream. I guess you didn't see it.
yeah, I was looking around. I didn't see it. But nevertheless, I did. I was able to see from Shady's. I was able to see at least the numbers and that. But yeah, you did have some first couple stages were pretty strong. It did look like you definitely started getting loose in the third stage a lot earlier than I suspected. I also noticed too. I was thinking that you seemed better on the top of the track. Was that the case? Or?
Yeah, the top definitely gives you a better run out. But I was trying to change my line to be able to keep up with him, and I
Yeah.
never got back in the rhythm.
Yeah, it was tough. I was watching his car too off the exits, and he had a pretty stable car throughout the whole run. Uh, and that's tough when there's someone out there that's not really getting loose, and the rest of the field is. It pretty much gives them the green flag to just go.
Yeah, he definitely had the car to beat.
But still look good out there. Typical, he still had a fast race, fast car, and they still brought it home second. Get you some good points, I'm sure, out of that.
Yep.
But yeah, congrats on that. Good race, man.
Thank you.
Now, I'm not sure if Jerem joined. Are you in here, Jerem?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are. Well, we are here with our winner tonight in dominant fashion, Jerem. Second win of the season. Another. Well, this is a short track. The other one was a mid-short track, but had a dominant car tonight. Tell us about your race.
Actually, this is my third win. You
Oh.
missed. We had Richmond, New
Oh,
Hampshire,
okay.
and now Bristol. So I'm 3 for 3 right now on short tracks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Right on. I don't think I was here for the first. That must have been the first race, right?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
very first one. We
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that we got, 10, 11 guys or so pretty much every week.
Yeah.
And then we decided that we would broadcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's another good car, man. I just, I knew people were going to be fast for like 58, 59 laps, 60 laps. And I looked at the stage count and I'm like, man, we got to stretch it a couple laps.
Yeah.
And it made my short run not look as dominant, so to say. But I was able to make it, be able to stay with them guys, you know what I mean, for the first 10 laps. And then my car really came on. And I just was patient. I think it's my experience being in the pro league, all that, it just paid off. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
kept tightening it up. It's like you don't want to be that tight in the beginning, but man, it pays off at the end. It really does. And that track changes a lot. I was loose the second stage, and I knew it was going to get worse, and I went even harder on the wedge adjustment and a couple other things. I was so glad. I didn't like it the first 10, 12 laps, but after that, it started to come in, and then she was pretty much on rails.
Yeah, I did notice that. Like in the first stage, you took off. I think you were half a track ahead of second in that stage, and then
Yeah, well,
it's
they got side by side, and I think that made it a lot bigger than it would have been.
mhm.
But then the third stage, AJ really caught on, and he pitted an extra time a little bit sooner than me, and I didn't know if he could make it, but it turns out he couldn't. But I
Yeah.
still had to run AJ down in the last stage to pass him, but then he ended up pitting anyway. Once he pitted, I knew I was like, those guys got to save, and I
Mhm.
knew I was pretty much home free as long as the caution didn't come out. Because I went an extra like 3 laps, I think, more than they did, something like that. It was a little bit extra, but I knew I had a certain lap count. I think it was like lap 190 or something. I had it in my head. I'm like, I got to pit on this lap, and then I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I was gonna ask. Okay, I did notice with a lot of the cars getting looser as the runs were on, and I was wondering how heavy the adjustments would be in the stages when you got the chance to pit. So I was just kind of wondering, did you have to make many changes throughout the race? Because you look pretty good right off the rip. But I did
I made an
notice.
adjustment every stage. I made an
Yeah.
adjustment. Pretty much every pit. And there's a couple extra pit stops in there. If it was like an extra pit in a stage, I didn't necessarily make an adjustment. But we low fueled the one stage, and I had to take a bunch of wedge out. and I'm glad that I did, 'cause I was thinking, I don't want to change the numbers too much, but I was like, I got it, or I'm gonna lose it. I'm glad I did.
Yeah. I did notice that, like I was saying, from the first stage you were gone. The second stage you weren't quite as much ahead of them, but in the third, yeah, AJ took the lead. I think there in the beginning of the third stage, and you guys had more of a battle. Is that just because you had tightened the car up so much, so it wasn't quite as good in the beginning?
Yeah, I anticipated it, I think, a little better than they did, and I just was like, I knew I knew I had to stay tighter on that seam because I don't know if you noticed on the stream, but I ran lower and I kind of straddled that. There's like a seam there in the second groove,
Mm-hmm.
and I would kind of like use that to turn, but if my car's too loose, like I can't run the seam, and then it's like that. My car was just really good right there, and I wanted to be in that lane because I knew them guys were going to be up on the boards on the wall, and I'm like, if I want to make it through the field, if I do get shuffled back, like I got to be able to work the bottom, and I was actually
Yeah.
able to make even better time, or I was able to make pretty good time too on the very bottom. I tried it a couple times and like just in case to see if I would like have to like slide job somebody. And I could make it, and I kind of did on AJ, but he also got the wall though too, and that's what allowed me to get to his inside on that last stage. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just a matter of being patient and being tight. That's Bristol, man.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of the walls got used up a lot tonight. There's no doubt. Like I had some views where because of a couple cars that were out of the race, so it was showing me just the front stretch because it was showing the view from their car, but it was showing the whole front stretch, and every car coming off of four was fishtailing, hitting the wall. But yours always looked pretty stable. Maybe a little wiggle here and there, but nothing to really
Nothing
write home
major.
about.
Yeah. Even qualifying, man. Me and Smoke were hitting like 15 ones, pretty like legit, and I would run the same groove. But man, we went into qualifying and it was super loose, and that just right from the get go when I felt that for me, some people were tight, some people were loose, but I'm like, man, like that's probably how the races are gonna be, and I
Mm.
kind of made sure that I had an extra couple clicks of wedge in it, and it panned out.
Yeah, I ran just a quick 20 lapper of a typical before you guys started, and I felt the same way. It felt like it was a loose track tonight for sure.
Yeah, it changes. It seems like you gotta try it just before the race and try it with a bunch of people because it does change.
Yeah.
I'll even go as far as saying this. It might sound a little far fetched, but I think they're trying to mimic the rubber laying down. I think that's what it is. So like as the rubber's laying down, you're getting more sideways in the center, and I think that's why like people are getting loose center off.
Yeah, yeah.
It was definitely looser than it was. Like I had to pedal it, and just like I said, take my time. Then once I added the wedge third stage, I was pretty much golden.
Right on. Well, congratulations on the win. If you got anything else to say, fire away.
I just want to take the time to appreciate you being in the booth.
No
It's
problem. You're
good
welcome.
that you're doing that.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Everybody coming out. I know it's frustrating too when you're like not able to anticipate the track, but guys like Typical, they're up and coming. I think if something does come about like esports related, guys like that definitely are going to be up and coming. They're going to have a shot at whatever pro league comes about, whether it's with this or something else.
Right,
But yeah, appreciate the time, appreciate the effort.
right on.
Thanks
Well,
for
you're
checking
welcome
us
from
out.
me, and thanks for the kind words. And yeah, it's been a great league so far. I've been trying to promote it a bit more on the streams and get some people in here. Yeah, it's been great racing, good people, good hard racing between everyone.
Yeah,
It's
I think it's good to get these guys' feet wet. Now they really realize what they understand like what's possible now. I don't think they understood like some of the things we had to do like tonight, stretching an extra couple laps on fuel.
yeah.
There's a knack to that, and
Hmm.
it takes time, but definitely pushing the boundaries, man. I'm glad I took a break from this, and I feel like this is the best I've been esports related in the 3 years I've been doing it. I've been doing it a lot longer than that, but to be doing it on NASCAR heat. It's been 3 years.
Well, I'll tell you that's bad news for the rest of the drivers.
I gotta get mile and a half down. I like my short tracks and road courses are awesome. I just gotta get my mile and a half down, and I
Yeah,
feel like
please
I'm.
put me on a mile and a half. I'm done with the short tracks.
Trust me, I'm not as dominant on a mile and a half or 2 mile. But my short tracks are definitely, trust me, it's top tier. And for you guys to be in here, you're getting the best experience you can get.
Well,
Smoke's amazing on short tracks too. He really is. Tonight, I
well,
think he put his qualifying setup in or something.
yeah.
He was just off.
Oh, is that?
Sometimes
Yeah,
it
I
just
saw him
happens.
take an early exit. I
At,
was
at,
wondering.
at Atlanta, I was off too, man. Like I went in, I thought I was okay. I chewed the left front off of it. I pitted an extra couple times. I went lap down in the stage at Atlanta. It's just, sometimes it's just not your day, and
Hmm.
you gotta appreciate the good days though while they're here.
Yeah,
I got my fireball next to me. I'm celebrating.
right on. Well, I got good news for you and not so good news for Typical because it looks like next week you're going to Martinsville. So that's going to be something Typical. If you're sick of short tracks, well, you picked the wrong time to be sick of short
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah,
I don't think we can stretch a full stage. But I thought about at Martinsville, just for the sake of like what we went through tonight, maybe we could go to ×2 or ×3. We'll mention something in our Discord. That
All
way
right.
it's just like a stage and you just make it. But we'll see how everything pans out. We'll see what everybody wants to do. But Martinsville, it's going to be close when it comes to being able to save on fuel. But man, you got to save like 15 laps or something like that. I don't think you probably could, but I don't know if it's like the race winning strategy if you do it.
Yeah, it could be a little tight, especially with such a small track that
Yeah, because
you
and
lose laps quick.
you're really slow
Yeah.
in the turns there. But I mean, like I said, I'm gonna mention something in the chat to see if we could go ×2. That way these guys can get just green flag stuff. If not, I mean, it is what it is. But I think we did ×3 for the majority just to like, because that's what we did in Pro League this year, and it seems to be the most versatile of the times where, and you can get some pitch strategy involved in there too. If
Yeah,
there's guys that like that.
it seems pretty a pretty common wear amount for a lot of leagues. A lot of leagues pretty much are around 3 times it
Yeah,
seems.
I think 4 was a little too much pitting, and it
Yeah.
got to the point where it like if it did go green and you had a tractor gear in it and you saved a lot of fuel, you pretty much had it. Because even if you had a caution, depending on when it came out, that guy was out front and everybody was close to a lap down, if not a lap down. So
Yeah, well, we'll have to see once you guys unload there next weekend and get back out on the track, we'll see.
yeah,
But
there's gonna be, I predict, a lot of angry people after Martinsville because
that's
it's
pretty
so
common.
easy. It's so easy to get the bumper glitch there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like where it looks like you driving into somebody and you'll shoot up the track, but it's just like an issue with like the frame rate or something where it just shoots you up the hill and you're not really getting rear-ended. It's just they drove it in a little
Yeah.
deeper than you.
Well, I hear that a lot, like a bubble, kind of a bubble
Yeah,
there. That
there's a bubble there. We
yeah,
dealt with it in Pro League, and
yeah.
oh boy, it was ugly.
Hmm.
If only they knew some of the the words that were exchanged after the
Yeah,
race, man. They were ugly.
that's it. In a lot of games, if they could only hear our general things that we say, like they
Yeah,
have a
thank
different
God.
game probably.
Yeah, thank God they didn't have to hear that. I mean, it's just, I mean, other than that, I mean, the game's still good. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, for sure.
you got that at Martinsville. It seems like New Hampshire wasn't too bad. It was still kind of there, but
Hmm.
Martinsville, it can be there. Some road courses, I think like Sonoma, I see it sometimes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
other than that, we're good.
Yeah. Well, hey, I think it's a pretty good racing game. Like when it comes down to it, in general, it's pretty good. It's very responsive with with tuning setups and stuff.
Yeah,
That'd be great if there was some other features, especially for us broadcasters. We don't really have much, but you know,
yeah. Ticker. We've talked about a ticker, and
yeah,
I kind of had, I was hoping, man, Ignition was going to have it, but I mean, it's also, they're on a new engine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like they got the car physics down perfect. It's like really good. I shouldn't say perfect, but it's really good. They
Yeah.
just got to get the private lobbies down and being able to adjust who comes in, who comes out, tire wear, all that.
Hmm.
But I mean, the makings of what they have the meat potatoes for 23. I don't know if it's going to be Ignition or whatever to be good. And
Yeah.
hopefully we get that.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit more time, but as for now, this game does the job. Gave us some pretty good racing tonight. Got a little strung out at the end, but still a lot of good battles around the track. So typical. If you want to add anything, or Jeremy, you got anything more? We'll let you guys go celebrate a bit.
Yeah, we're going to go celebrate.
Typical might not make an appearance next week.
He always says that. That guy typical always says that, but he always shows up when he's needed to.
Yeah,
He'll
he
be
wants
there,
to
I'm sure.
win. He wants to win. You know how it is when you're young, man. You're
Yeah,
like, you want to go after it.
that's it. But, all right, boys. I'm sure I'm going to tell you we are going to see typical next week. He's going to show up. Don't you worry out there. You're going to see that 18 car ripping laps at
He's
Martinsville.
going to go probably get a win this year.
Oh, I would think so. There's without a doubt. I think typical. I definitely think you're winning a race at some point this year. There's no doubt. Definitely fast enough too. Just sometimes circumstances and things, really dictate a lot of the racing. You never know. You could have a rocket and anything can happen, or vice versa. You could have a fifth place car and something happen and you end up winning. So you never know.
Yep, never. It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
That's it, right? All right. Well, on that note, right there, we'll shut her down. Jerry, I'm going to enjoy that fireball and give a couple woos out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do
Good
a
win tonight,
burnout
man.
too.
Good second place to you too, typical. Congrats, boys.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Well, that is going to wrap it up for another week here at PTI Motorsports. We had a good showing here at Bristol. A lot of good action. Some banging into the wall, some banging into each other, a few
Oh,
spins,
I'm
fuel
sweating, man.
strategy.
My back is soaked.
You got guys they're sweating out their weight in the car. So it was a good night. Looks like next week we do have Martinsville. That's going to be probably a little bit
Oh,
more banging than what we saw tonight. But we
I
also
don't know if I
tomorrow.
told you. I got a rig. I don't know if I was just thinking about that. I forgot about mentioning it. It's my first win in a rig. I actually have a sim rig now.
Oh, well, right on. Well, do a shot of
Dude,
that fireball for
I
that. Did you christen it?
dude,
No,
I
did you smack the
I
bottle off of it?
I should.
Make
But
sure there's a
I'm
bucket
telling you
underneath
what,
them.
no lie, like after New Hampshire and then like when we ran Atlanta, I was I didn't have it yet and I got up after Atlanta and my whole right leg was numb. And I'm like, I can't be sitting in this lawn chair anymore, dude. I had to get a rig.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
was
You got a
bad.
chair.
It
Yeah.
like it took a
Yeah.
couple years for it to catch up, but seriously, I was like, man, I need to get a rig.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that a couple weeks ago about the lawn
I should
chair.
take a I should take a picture of it. All I said, I was like, if I win New Hampshire or win another one, I was like, I'm gonna because I know smoke is hard to beat on short track sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, if I get another one, I got to do it because my back was feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like Atlanta too. I raced a couple weeks ago in Atlanta, and by the end of the race, man, I couldn't even feel my right foot. It was numb, just from holding the pedal
Yep.
down for so long.
Your sciatica, man. It's like the reason with this too. It's like a bucket seat, so I really need it for my back, and it's helping.
Yeah, I deal with some.
I'm sweating. You still work for it, but
Yeah.
let's see if I just took a picture of it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I deal with that sciatic nerve stuff here and there too. When it's on, it's on. It drives me crazy. I can't even stand for more than a couple minutes
Yeah, dude.
when it's that way.
Don't let it get too far bad. If it starts getting bad, go on an inversion table or to a chiropractor because
Hmm.
you want to loosen that up. Yeah, there's a picture of it. I just sent it to you in the chat.
All right.
It's
Yeah, I
dope.
do have one of those.
I spent money, but I've been frugal the last like 10, 12 months, and I'm like, this is the one thing I'm gonna buy. Well, I bought a couple other things, but I was like, it's time. I've been racing off of TV dinner trays for years
Yeah,
and years
that's
and
it.
sitting in lawn chairs. So
I'm racing my setups on a door that's on two sawhorses because I'm renovating.
yeah, I mean, if you don't have money for a rig, I would definitely recommend though having whatever the bottom of your seat is, make sure it's like stiff.
Mm.
This thing's good, man. It's really good.
Yeah, one thing I do have a nice chair that I can sit in. Like it's
Extreme
not the
Extreme
greatest
Sim
table, but
Racing. Extreme
what's that?
Sim Racing is the name of this one, I believe. Yeah, Extreme Sim Racing. It's
All
them.
right. Yeah, I just saw a picture of it. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good.
It's worth it, man. It's
Yeah.
glad I did it. Now that like we and plus Bristol, dude, we have Martinsville next week, and then like a couple weeks later we got Dover.
Yeah.
Dover's gonna be rough. Martinsville
Yeah.
will be rough next week too, but Dover's really like you got to paint that bottom to be fast, and if
Yeah.
you hit that edge, man, it kills your lap.
For sure. And also, right in between that, you got a little sprinkle of Talladega in the middle of that. So.
Yeah, that's gonna be pitting there is rough because you want to
Yeah.
make sure you come out with the draft.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
gonna be, but I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna be the gnarliest. There's a lot of crazy tracks. I mean, like I said though, I've been fortunate. I'm gonna celebrate while I win these short tracks, but I think I think guys like Typical are gonna eventually win one. Some of these new guys, whether it's strategy or whether we just take each other out. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
Martinsville, Dega, Dover, Phoenix Auto Club, Iowa, and then Homestead's a championship race.
Yeah, there's a lot in those races there. There's a lot that can go either way. There's a lot that can happen on those tracks. Especially the next three. You got Martinsville, Talladega, then Dover. Those are pretty. They're tough tracks. You could go from first to worst, and then back to first. A lot can happen in those three tracks.
Yeah. Are you doing any leagues?
Yeah, I race on Sundays in FTR in Billy's league there, and I race on
Okay.
Wednesdays in Valor.
Oh, you are in Valor. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought about running with them. I
yeah,
if I ran with them at Richmond and New Hampshire, I would definitely. I have a good car for both of them. They mentioned something about it, but I don't know. We'll see.
yeah. We were just at New
Smokes.
Hampshire a couple days ago on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. My New Hampshire's good. It's real good. 'Cause I saw. I think I did. I looked at Perky's stream. You know what? Now I think about it, that stream must have been recent then, because
yeah. We were there
I
on
run with
Wednesday.
I run with Perky while we were doing some of the winter heat stuff last year, and I like to see just what times people are hitting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have a good car in New Hampshire. Did you try that one?
I did work on it a bit. I didn't see it till a bit later. I didn't even know you sent
Yeah,
it at first.
you messaged me. I remember because
Yeah.
I was up
I
late.
wasn't even aware of it. I
I
did
was up
work on
late
it,
that
but
I was up late that night, and then like I woke up and I think I had Crown that night, and like I woke up and I was just like, there's like a half a tank of Crown like a couple feet away from me, and I'm like, I don't even remember falling asleep. All I know I was up shooting shit with you guys.
yeah. I just
Yeah, it
realized all
was
this time I have the
you.
wrong car number on.
It was you, Lynch, and who else?
JD.
JD. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. I had a couple
I don't know
myself
what I
that
like.
night.
I don't know what I like more. If I like the racing, but I also always make a habit of staying afterward. You know what I mean? Plus, I think too, it takes a while for me to wind down. Like
Yeah.
I'll be up. Like I'm day shift now, so I usually go to bed early. But now that we're up doing this, I'll be up late. I'll be up for hours because it's just I don't know if it's adrenaline or what.
Yeah, I have a tough time. Like as soon as this is done, I'm sure I'm gonna do some kind of racing or sit here and do something for the next little bit. Cause like I just watched racing for the last couple hours. It's pretty hard to not jump in the car and go do some myself.
Yeah,
uh,
I like it though. We still have like a small console community. It's not as big, but
yeah.
I never took time, at least when I first started, to like get my way around people. You start, I don't know, running into some cool people. You
Oh, for
learn
sure.
learn their history, how they got into it, stuff they like to do outside of it. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's it. Like I first got on this game, I didn't really know anyone. I met a few people, and then through them, I ended up in FTR with Billy. and met a ton of cool people on there. And through all
Yeah,
that, I met you guys, met the Valor guys, a lot of cool people. And
his FTR league is huge. Like
mhm.
he told me about it last year, and I think it was last year, and I had to take a break from it all, man. Like I was like worn out. Like I was completely just diminished last year,
Yeah,
and I took like I'd say 8 month like hiatus from this in general, and man, I'm glad I did it because I don't know, it's all coming back. I hope. I saw something with NASCAR Heat that they said they have something in the works. They said they tagged Heat and Ignition, so something might be coming down the pike. I don't know. I hope it is. But
yeah, I've heard a couple things.
I would assume something's in the works if they would at least put a post up like that.
Yeah, I've
That's
heard a
all we've
few
gotten
things.
though.
Yeah,
Because
I've heard
we
that there
like
might be an update. That there might be now making the new game. It might be like a Heat involved game. I've heard a couple different things.
Yeah, I wish I had more to tell you because I'm in the Pro League chat with all of
Mm-hmm.
them, like our community manager, Jay. But it's not too, it's been hush hush with that, but I got my
Yeah.
hopes up. I think they realized that they missed some things on Ignition. But like I said,
Mm-hmm.
man, like if you actually play it, besides the glitches, the actual physics of the car, it's good. And it
Right
took
on.
when it first came out with the wheel, it was really rough. It was actually like undrivable. It was too touchy. But
Mm-hmm.
now when you like turn the assists off, there's more speed with the wheel than a controller.
All right.
And more your tire wears better with a wheel too, but I mean it's just you don't have none of that online, so
Mm-hmm.
hopefully they have something soon. I mean, there's a niche market with it. Hopefully something comes about it. It's like
Yeah.
I knocked on the door when we got in it in 2020, and then COVID hit, and it was like we weren't doing appearances or public shows. I mean, I like
Yeah.
maybe not having to travel as it was good for work, but I kind of would have liked to gone to Junior Motorsports, you know what I mean, and
Oh,
done,
definitely.
you know what I mean, like met Junior and all that. He
Yeah, for
has
sure.
family in my hometown. I'm like 40 minutes from my hometown or 30 minutes from my hometown, and his family helped build Emmaus, Pennsylvania. Like the Earnhardts was like the how do I say? It's like a more original name for Earnhardt, but they
Okay.
actually helped build the Emmaus, and I think that's like so freaking cool. He like visited in 2018. I wish I would have known. I would have been there. He
Yeah, for
actually
sure.
stopped by because whenever they come from Pocono, it's only an hour away from Pocono, so he
Yeah.
stopped by and visited like the historic buildings of it, and I thought that was cool. I found the article. I thought people were pulling my leg, and then I was like, man, like what are the odds of that? Like his family helped build my hometown, and I ended up getting picked by him. It's kind of weird how that
Yeah.
works out. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
Maybe
a
he
small
knows.
world, right?
Maybe he knows. Maybe like because when we filled out some of our info, maybe they knew. Oh, he's from Emmaus. He's like, I gotta. I wish I would have had contact with him. I did get a message from Noah Gregson though. Like I said, that's my coolest thing.
Right on.
That was on Twitter 2 years ago.
Yeah, he just won the
Now,
Bristol race at Xfinity 3 in a row.
Yeah.
did he?
Yep.
What was that
Right on.
tonight?
Yep.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah.
Get
Oh,
the
He
hell
spoiler alert, everybody.
get the
Guess the
hell
race is
out.
over, but
Oh, sorry.
JRM sweet. Yeah, he's good, dude. Like, I don't know if you saw him in that 16 car that he ran a couple of times this year in Cup, and he ran really good with that car. Think about it. That's colleague. That's not like Hendrick or anything. And
yeah.
he was up in like top 10 with a colleague car. He's pretty good.
Oh, he's definitely pretty good. There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
Hopefully his equipment's good enough and Richard Petty. I mean, we'll see. Like, you know how it is though. The first 2 years is going to be getting used to getting taken to the woodshed. You know what I mean? A couple races.
Yeah.
Like Cup guys don't make mistakes, man. They don't.
Well, like look at Truex Jr. He won. I think it was Bush at the time. He won 2 in a row, and then he came up in the Cup, and he struggled for a long time.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah,
was
and then
nothing like what we saw in Bush with him.
I mean, you could tell though the way like they polish the ways of racing over the years, and I think
Yeah.
Truex. had like DEI wasn't bad when he first got in there, but then when that whole fiasco happened in like 2007, where things started splitting up, and then they went with Ganassi, and then Junior left.
Yeah.
It just kind of, I don't know. I think Junior was the heart and soul of all that, and once he left, it kind of took a while for it to rebuild. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, it'd be a tough one to lose. Like, you know, it'd be tough to go to the shop and have him there, then go to the shop and not have him there. So.
yeah, it's like your most popular driver.
Yeah.
I mean, even for me, like Junior wasn't like necessarily the only driver I rooted for, but after the stuff with his dad, I was definitely pulling for him every time I'd see
Yeah.
him up front, especially like Michigan when he had them 2 stints at Michigan. It seemed like
Yeah.
he was in
Yeah.
his droughts and he went to Michigan. He was able to have a
Yeah.
shot or win.
That was like his saving grace a couple times.
Yeah,
I was
that
never the biggest.
2008.
Like, it's not like I wasn't a fan of Earnhardt Jr. I was always happy when he was leading or up front. I was never upset with it. I just never, like, I was never like a dire type of fan of him, but I never had nothing against him. Always happy when the guy won and did
Yeah,
good. Like, how do you not be?
yeah.
Uh,
I think he's taken his role as he's like the ultimate historian right now in NASCAR. Like
yeah.
he's young enough to understand.
Oh, buddy. Go.
He's young enough to understand the newer aspects of racing because it's
Yeah.
evolved a lot. But he's also old enough to be able to like know what it was like racing with his dad, the very older style of
Oh yeah,
things.
for sure.
If you look at how something as simple as like the way the steering is now, like they went from the older style steering, now they got rack and pinion.
Yeah.
That's got to be a whole completely different ball game now. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
for
when
sure.
you watch
Yeah.
all the old races and you see them with a ton of handful of wheel. You know what I mean? Like that, like 12 o'clock on the steering wheel where you got that mark. You'd see it and it'd be like down at like 8, 7 o'clock. Like they got
Yeah.
a freaking
Down in the
ton of
lap.
wheel in it. Yeah, down in their lap pretty much. And well, think about it. Even with Junior, like when he races, he would always have his right hand right above 12 o'clock because he knew he was going to have to crank that sucker down. Him and Mark
Yeah.
Martin, I really like watching him and Mark Martin because they had a lot of wheel in it.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
must have had something in the chassis where it was just like I kind of like to run that way too, where it's tight and you got to put a lot of wheel into it.
Mm-hmm.
But with the newer style cars, I don't know. You see it like they do have places where they turn a lot, but it's like the old school tracks. Darlington, I see they have a lot of wheel in it, but
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of these mile and a halves, you look and they're barely turning. They're maybe turning to 10 o'clock, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know with what I was practicing on the Bristol earlier, my wheel was like my wrist was getting sore having to turn it down so much to get around them
See,
turns.
well, like I said, short tracks is my thing, but mile and a halves, I'm good enough to hang, but like I'm glad like guys like typical Bailey's really taking the mile and a half, so it kind of helps me get better there.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. If I get better there, then I'm pretty much all around. But mile and a
But,
half, I have my good ones like Vegas. I'm good at Kansas, but
yeah.
I
Oh, we
want
do
to
Let's
get
got
get to
my
a
Billy.
road
hang better.
We
course.
got Billy in the
I
chat
like the
here
mile and
still
a
too. He's
halves.
saying he loves the mile and a half. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
it's
got
a
mile
good
and a
win as
halves
well.
now. I can
Yeah.
I'll go.
qualify really good at mile and a halves, but I actually got to get the whole thing. Like I'm maybe like I feel like I'm half a tenth off every lap compared to where I could be. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just like a little bit of smoothing I got to do.
Yeah, that's it. You know, just gotta keep grinding it out and practicing
And
the cars. And
What's the first road course we do?
I don't know if there's a road
there,
course.
there's no road courses
No.
on the Cup schedule. I
What?
think I think you guys have it in Xfinity, but there's no road courses.
Man.
Smoke is up my butt because I think you guys have. You should look in the Discord, but I think I'm not 100% certain. I think he said there's Watkins Glen in the Xfinity cars.
Yeah,
I
there
might
is.
Is there?
I
Okay.
might I might make an appearance there, but he's like, you got to show them how good you are on road courses. They see you on short tracks, but wait till they see you on road courses. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of like for them to develop themselves. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't know.
One thing I added quick, speaking of Billy there a second ago, he did confirm shortly ago that he will be at Martinsville next week. So you're gonna have to defend with it, contend with him
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Got a week off this week.
He's gotten pretty good. I don't know, like what for FTR. What's your guys' schedule look like? Is there certain tracks that you tend to run, or does it switch up that much?
Um, it's there's a general typically okay. This year we decided to go in trucks, and there's a few different races. Like we had New Hampshire, we had Gateway, we have Bristol
Oh,
this
you're in
weekend in the trucks.
trucks. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I don't care for trucks. Like Xfinity, I like because there's a little more fall off. It seems like. But trucks, man. Oh, I will say though, trucks kind of even the field out.
Yeah, the
You know
trucks
what
have
I
been
mean?
fun. It definitely it brings a lot more people in. A lot of us too. Like I don't. Every week we go to another truck race. I don't even have a setup in. So it's been nice to kind of
Yeah. So you're
kind of start
getting.
again and work on the car more than just keep like tuning it for the same old thing every time. So it's been pretty fun. We've had some great races throughout the weeks. There's three different leagues. There's the A, B, and C, and so
I
there's
thought
three
about
races a week, and there's 20 odd people on every race. And
I thought about doing a slider league on Sundays, but I don't know, man. I feel like there won't be any turnout if I do it.
Sundays could
That
be tough from at least a bunch of the FTR guys for Sundays because about 20 of us run on Sundays at night.
so
And then
you'll
they
be
run Tuesday
focused
and
on that.
Wednesday as well.
I should make a couple appearances at other places though, other leagues. But man,
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys would run trucks. I
Yep.
don't have I bet you I don't have a single truck set up on Heat 5.
I only had
Boy, I
Talladega and
didn't either.
Daytona.
I did. When we ran challenges on Heat 4, we definitely man. Doesn't it seem like forever? Like this game's been around forever. Heat 5, Heat 4 felt the same. So it's like I feels like it's been around like 4 years. It's almost is basically.
It's been 2 years now. I myself
Well,
have only played this game for just under a year now. I never even raced up until now. Um,
wow. Yeah,
and
because Heat 5 came out in 2020, so it's
yeah,
been like 2.5 years. And Heat 4 was really close, but Heat 3 to Heat 4, like you want to talk about a jump. If you ever would somehow come across Heat 3 and play it, it's like way
yeah.
choppier.
The only one I played before was on PS3 was NASCAR Champions Edition. That's when I first got the wheel to play with a different buddy of mine from the COD days, and
Oh,
that was like we ran 3 races. I did get a Talladega win, even though there was only one other person in the lobby. But hey, win's a win, right?
when the first NASCAR Heat came out, it was Evolution in like 15 or 16.
Yeah,
You couldn't even work on setups because like
that's tough.
different companies take over the console games over the years.
Hmm.
So I think like there was a good run. I think from like 2007 or 8, ESPN or EA took over. Oh, EA had it from like the 2000s. They took over 2002-ish from Heat. Heat had it, and then the EA took over from the 2000s up till like 2015. Or no, 20. What was it? When did EA? Or no, EA. Yeah, from 2000 to 2009, EA had them. So like a decade, pretty much. And
Yeah,
then after that, like another company bought them, and like a game came out in 2011 called NASCAR the Game, and it was actually in 2011. So 10 years later, they switched to this new engine, and it basically had all the same issues that the first NASCAR the Game had. It was the
yeah,
same way. Like you couldn't. The physics were great and they were much better, but you couldn't work on nothing. And we're going through the same thing now with Ignition. But hopefully, if they get better like they did for the next NASCAR game Inside Line, it was so realistic. It was actually like frustrating. Like
yeah,
you'd be loose, you'd do something to tighten the car up, and then the thing would be like just killing the right front, and it'd be
hmm,
and there was a lot more to adjust than the Heat games. Like there's a lot, man. Holy
yeah.
crap. That
I
game
do
had a
like it in
lot.
this game. The adjustments are very like you make one adjustment, you can tell that it's done something different. One little adjustment, and you
Yeah,
you
it
could really feel
it's
it. Like,
it's better than uh it's it's better than Heat 4 was, and I don't know what they did differently, but they definitely improved from Heat 4. Heat 4 was pretty much the same, but man, like just it's smoother. Like the
yeah.
wheels smoother. Because I actually have stuff saved from Heat 4, like clips and stuff. Because like when I was doing the Pro League qualifying and like the challenges, it would be like all them time trials.
Hmm.
Oh, you probably didn't see none of that.
I was pretty much into Call of Duty at the time, and then that drove
Yeah,
me nuts to my final, to the wit's end, and I shut it
if you
down and started racing.
if you go on the esports part of Heat 5, you can I think hit square and come across menus, and they used to, like you would go on that part of the online, and there would be like all these menus. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know how long you've been racing, but you come across menus. Let's see. I'm offline right now. But like when you go to I think it's home and then esports, and you hit circle, there would be like all these menus that come up. You'd go on that page, and there would be like a lobby specifically for a certain track, and it would be different every week.
Yeah,
And you would go on there, and that's how you know who is fast.
yeah,
You'd
for
go
sure. Yeah.
online and check that lobby, and it'd run all week. And yeah, that's Summer Showdown qualifiers, and you can hit like view my stats, and it'll tell you when all the last qualifiers were. There's nothing right now, obviously, but yeah, there
Yeah.
was Atlanta, Pocono. That was back in June, July, May, and it'll show you like there's a different one every week, and there was tons of them.
Hmm.
That's how we got fast. It would be like times 3 and whatever lap count it would be at like 7% or 13%. Like you had to figure out how to run that car, but
That's it.
unfortunately you guys don't have that. But man, that stuff ran consecutively for 2 years, man, and that's where all of us pretty much got known from. Like Scout, I don't know if you know guys like that. Scout doesn't really run anymore, but
Yeah, I'm not
all
sure
the
if I know
Valor
Scout.
guys too, they were into that. It was kind of like the history was there was like Smoke, me, and a couple other guys, maybe 8 of us, and then it was like the Valor guys, and we were like the two head teams, like always going back and forth.
Right on.
It's
Yeah, Val's
it's
got some
fun.
fast guys in there too, so I'm sure it was some good
Yeah,
battles.
we kind of once our group kind of got into Pro League and we kind of got split up. Some guys went to iRacing, so
Yeah.
we're trying to rebuild our group back up because it helps, man. Like if it does ever come back where we're doing time trials, you'll see it helps
Yeah.
have a lot of people.
Well, it's good too, and hopefully through all this with PTI here on the channel and things that's I'm hoping to see is we're starting again. You guys just started it pretty much about 2 months ago and letting it grow and it's fast racing. So hopefully a lot of these guys do see that it's good competition,
Yeah,
good fast racing,
it's
and they want to join.
people are starting to notice.
Yeah.
I think because they're seeing the short track speed and they're like, wow, like
Hmm.
you're seeing times that are, especially like I said, our Richmond and New Hampshire times were like ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
I don't think people saw the speed until they realized they made it as far as they did on fuel, and they're like, probably like, damn, I didn't know you could make that like that. Like, I got an
Yeah,
extra
I thought
couple
you
laps
guys
of
were pitting.
fuel.
I thought you guys were pitting twice in the second stage for sure, or third stage. I mean,
Yeah, I thought we would get cautions to where you had to
yeah,
like pit a certain way, like where you had to pit twice, but didn't work out that way. But I'm glad I took the time to make sure I could make it a couple extra laps.
yeah. Well,
Gearing, man, gearing's a
yeah,
big deal.
that's it. You sure did that. Made the right calls and had a solid race. We should probably wrap this up a bit here. It's uh, just so I can get off the air and talk like a normal person again for a bit.
I
But
didn't know
Oh
you were
wait,
streaming.
are we still on air?
yeah, we're on air this whole time,
Oh
man.
God.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
I
Good,
was
man.
doing my outro and we just kept going again. So
I didn't
I
know we
just
were
let
on
you go,
air,
man.
bro.
Hey, it sounds good. Hey, people can hear it. You know, they got a pro league driver talking about the league, talking about racing. It's good. It's good listening for some of
Yeah,
these guys that want to get
I
involved.
get
You know.
talking when I get my fireball in me, bro.
Hey, man, trust me. Typical knows I do the same thing. Not with Fireball, with beer or anything else, but Typical's heard me go on for hours too. So it's all
Yeah.
good. I want to keep it on air. Hey, man, it's good to hear you talking. You know, people that want to be a part of it, they hear you, and you know there could be an influence on them and stuff, and you know, people
Yeah,
out there listening still. You
there's a
you know,
lot. Like I said, the community's growing a lot. Hopefully, it keeps going.
yeah.
I don't know. I just want people to see like that. There's a lot of speed out there that we
Hmm.
can do a lot of things that you're like, what the heck, man? Like I didn't know you could make it that far up you. Like
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, I should probably wrap it up for so we can get out of here. At least get me out of the booth and we can
yeah,
hang out.
it's
And
fun.
but yeah, there's some good fast. Anyone out there listening, some good fast drivers, and it's going to be a great league, good competition. So you know, it's PTI Motorsports. You can talk to AJ Storm or B Smoke, no Smoke 420
Yeah.
or Smoke B20. I think it is actually. Yeah, Smoke B20. They both got their cars, the 7 and the 14 cars, their names. We got Joe Gornick here in the booth right now. And Brandon Gritton is the other pro driver in here.
Hmm.
Um, and then we had AJ back tonight. He's pretty fast too. And like I said, we got Billy coming back from FTR, Full Throttle Racing, coming back next week. He had to take the week off this week, but he got the dub last week, and he's back next week at Martinsville. And for everyone else too, listen, we got tomorrow night. We got Charlotte in the Xfinity Series back here on the same channel at 8 o'clock. So we're gonna be live again tomorrow. You guys all tune in again tomorrow and get some more of the same racing, some fast racing. Are you gonna make the race tomorrow there, Typical and JRM?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Typical will be there
Oh, we're at for
Charlotte.
Xfinity.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Charlotte. Yeah.
I probably won't make it. I got some other stuff going on. We have a dirt race Sunday. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's another thing too. I was gonna mention
I
Zeldora.
hope
You
I
guys are
can.
running, starting that league up. I think this is
I'm
just like a practice week this week, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna broadcast it, but I'm gonna try to make Sunday. I kind of want to get prepped for, I guess, World of Outlaws if that game
Yeah.
comes out too.
Yeah, myself, unfortunately, I'm racing already on Sunday, so I won't be able to do any of the broadcasting on Sundays. But
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I think it's
yeah.
gonna be stout.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. Could see if maybe we'll find someone to broadcast, or maybe we'll give it because it's the practice week. Maybe you guys just go at it yourselves and you know, bring a show for the following week or whenever you guys get to go on it. There is SRX and World Outlaws coming up here too soon. Once they get established, I think the game still needs to come out, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
coming out soon. It's coming out in like a week or two.
yeah. So that'll be firing up pretty soon. Anyone interested in that? Just talk to these guys. Or just leave a comment on the video here in PTI Motorsports. Just leave a comment on this video. Say who you are and that you're interested in the league. I'm sure these guys will get you set up so you guys can run some laps. But as far as tonight, you know, we're gonna have to let her go. It's been a great discussion here after the race. A lot of good info. We got Typical and JRM still sticking around, but we're gonna have to shut her down for the night. We had a great race tonight. We have JRM getting the dub. Typical coming in second. It's great to hear from you two guys, and it's been a great race tonight. Like I said, tomorrow we're at Charlotte for Xfinity. You guys want to tune in at 8 o'clock tomorrow, same channel. PTI Motorsports will be back. So for myself tonight, I'm Middletown 11. I'll say good night to everyone. Congrats to JRM for the win and Typical for second place. And we will see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern time for the Xfinity race at Charlotte. Thanks for tuning in there, guys. Have a good night.
Peace.